Hi everyone, N.A.T here, and today I want to explain why I prefer to work with drum racks in Ableton instead of using audio clips for my drums. So, I heard a lot on YouTube and master classes, and other people told me that working with audio clips is somehow better, that you should do it because you can edit more and blah blah blah. However, I just don't like it. I don't find it inspiring. I much rather prefer to use drum racks. And here are the reasons why. And as always, this is just my experience, my opinion, my personal preference, and you should have your personal preference and look to create your own style. If you prefer to work in audio clips, that's perfect. Don't worry. Um, but if you feel like if you think that you should do things just because other people say that you should do them, maybe reconsider and use what inspires you, which in my case is drum racks. So first reason, I like clean projects, ordered projects, so I don't get lost. And with drum racks, I can have everything just available and ordered. Second reason, layering sounds is easier for me with drum racks. As you can see here, for example, I have snare 1 and snare 2. I do that with claps as well, with kicks as well. I can filter them, and then also maybe like here I use the high pass filter on snare 2 to add a little bit of high frequencies. Sometimes with kicks or other samples I'll do this. I'll set up a filter like this on a macro so I can move the cutoff frequency, as you can see, on the high pass here and on the low pass on the kick low basically, and on the kick top, and morph my kick just like I like it. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. As you can hear. Reason number 2, I have full control over envelopes. It's easy to edit also the envelopes of the sound, like of the amplifier, and you do that once for the sound, and you'll have it play the same for all the notes instead of having to go in audio here, make one shorter like this, modifying it, and then having to copy and paste it again all over the track. So I just do this instead and change my envelope just like I want it to be. Okay, and I can also use all these different algorithms, gate, for example. As you can see, I can use this playback algorithm. I can use gate and have the note control how long the sample will be, like this. Or I can control it with this classic playback algorithm and use the classic sustain, release, and decays. to really sculpt the sound the way I like it. I also find it very handy with drum racks to create offset in the drums, which means moving them a little ahead, for example, of the kick, like in this case with the clap, to create that effect of kind of a flam, they call it, I guess, in drumming. So if we mute these extra claps before, you can hear. Now don't pay attention to this. This is the clap. If it was on the beat, it would sound like this. But offsetting it a little bit ahead of the kick makes this effect. And actually, I like to even go very precise. If I show you the exact grid, I like to quantize the grid using my keys here on the keyboard, Command 1 or 2 to enlarge or create more lines in the grid, as you can see. And in this way, I can move step by step the clap, even though when you move it on the right, it has this little error where it moves the MIDI note, which I find very annoying. But I like to do this. When offsetting the clap ahead of the kick, I literally use the grid on its own. As you can see, I move by steps in the grid, and I find it very, very cool. And also, I do this actually not only just to offset the clap, but also to create these little extra things, percussions, that create that pre-shift effect that you hear in professional samples. That sounds like this. So let's mute just the kick and the clap. They sound like this. When you add these also, it sounds like this. And so these are just, this is just again the clap, kind of, I resampled it and remodeled it a little bit. And by moving these notes, you get different effects. This is cool as well. Or I can do this. This actually sounds really cool. So as you can see, this is a very cool way to create variations in your clap without having to go in audio and do that manually, which is such an annoyance. We'll never like to do that like this. I'd rather have it done in a clip, so I can then loop the clip and have the same thing if I want to, or create some variations. And what about reverse effects, like for example this ride here? I simply take the sample. In this case, I just took the same sample, put it in a new pad, in a new simpler, and hit reverse sample. And now I have this, and I will time it here, just playing a note here of whatever length, and then with the starting pin here, I decide how the sound will play. And I find this not only very satisfying, but also inspiring. I much rather do that than opening up a new channel and putting a sample here. This is just, again, personal preference, though. You can do whatever you want, again. And what if the sounds overlaps, like here, like now? It does overlap with the next ride. In this case, I simply select gate, so the sound stops when the note stops exactly, and now it sounds much cleaner. Okay, you can also set up choke groups for sounds that you don't want to overlap with the next sound. For example, this percussion here might be overlapping with the kick. So what I do is I go on the choke group and set up the kick and this percussion to be in the same choke group, number 1 and number 1. And now this will be stopped as soon as the kick plays. So that's a cleaner result. Of course, another advantage of using drum racks is that I can try my beats in session view and can test different beats, and I like to do that with my launchpad. Or by using my keyboard and mouse. And when a drum rack, especially the MIDI clip, becomes too overcrowded, and I need to add new sounds, I do that in a new drum rack, as you can see. So I have more for different sounds. And I do also use audio, as you can see. This is the result altogether. And another cool thing, another reason why I like using MIDI clips is swing. If I want to add a swing, I like to do this like this. I don't like to use Ableton Groove section. I like to create swing manually by moving, as you can see, the notes on the grid. This is very slight swing. This is a lot of swing. Actually, this is a lot of swing. And so I can do that manually, and I find it very satisfying and easy to do when done like this. And when I actually need to have glitch effects that you make in audio, like this, I simply resample one part of the drums. You can do that easily now with Ableton with this new option, bounce new track, but now it's not working because of the routing. But you get this result here. And simply I mute this part, I muted the kick here, so I can have this effect play here in audio, which is a resampled sample again of the drums. It's also easy with drum racks to swap or try other samples. You just take your samples. I like to do this, for example, to open a new chain and to have a solo on the sample I'd like to try. And also I find it very handy to sidechain using drum racks, because as you can see here, I always have a sidechain chain on my kick rack. So basically I have an operator here. No, doesn't really matter the waveform, which waveform it is that much, but rather I can control the length of this impulse with the decay here or the control in general, And this is mapped, this is named SC, so I can easily find it. And this triggers the sidechain in my synth group, for example, as you can see. And I can easily control the length of the sidechain with the release control here. And I also like to set it to 1 millisecond of look ahead. I think it sounds more crispy that way. Okay. There are some exceptions though, like in this track, I didn't use drum racks, I used single instruments, kick for example. Clap here. Noise here, done with analog. Cymbals here. So basically one instrument per channel, as you can see. And in this way, I created an arrangement by muting and turning on and off the channels, basically, as you can see. There's a lot of automation here. And I got this result. Let me solo just the track. The drums. This is my song Concepts of Time. And this way of working allowed me to create this cool transition. I think that's pretty cool. So these were the reasons why I preferred to work in drum racks, although as you can see, sometimes there's exceptions, experimentations. So there's no right or wrong in music, that's just your preference, what you like to do. If you like to work in audio, feel free to, absolutely. But don't let this word should, I think I should do. Don't let this phrase limit your creativity.